Why don't Russia stop the Ukraine war? The Big Interview, a story of war and peace, a special talk between two worlds. To understand this topic, we have to first at the background of this factor that why this war started. What are the main factors of the war starting, and if we find the factors and then find solutions to those factors, then only we can say that a war can stop. And that will also end the destruction that can happen as a result of that war. We will understand all these questions based on a latest interview between Russian President Putin and American journalist Tucker Carlson, which happened on the 9th of February 2024. On February 9th, 2024, something very important happened. The leader of Russia, President Putin, had a deep conversation with an American journalist named Tucker Carlson. This wasn't just any chat. It was a chance to hear a different side of a big problem, a problem about a place called Ukraine, where there had been a lot of trouble starting in 2022. Why talk now? Some people in America were saying that nobody really listened to Russia's side of the story when the trouble in Ukraine began. They thought it was time to really understand what was happening. Even though it was hard to make this interview happen, they finally did, and it opened many eyes. The heart of the matter. The talk began with questions about the war in Ukraine, but soon touched on many big ideas. President Putin shared his thoughts, and here's what he said in a way that's easy to understand. The start of the trouble. Putin explained that the problems didn't start because of a fight with Ukraine. It all began when a new president, Zelensky, came into power in Ukraine. Zelensky was famous for being funny and entertaining people before he became president. Putin felt that America and some other countries wanted Zelensky to be president for their own reasons, promising peace but planning for war. Big claims. Putin made a surprising claim that America is not really run by its people but by groups like the CIA and other powerful folks. He said these groups make decisions without asking anyone else, like when they did something to stop gas from reaching Europe. Questions for Americans. Putin wanted to talk directly to the people living in America. He asked why their government spends so much money on wars instead of making life better at home. In fact, he mentioned some figures. Where is the multi-trillion tax amount going? Why are those being used for wars around the world instead of making their life better? And who is earning from these wars? The CIA is always involved in destroying governments around the world, even so many times they tried the same to me. They tried in 2014 so many times, then they tried to kill me. Like why? What's the matter with my country? I'm so far away from them, so why are they trying to remove me from the path? I want to ask American people that America is in $33 trillion debt. They have border issues. They have inflation in their country. Expensiveness is on its peak. Then why don't they use their money for their people and within their country? Why do they always try to start wars, destroy governments, and kill people around the world? Defending home. Putin said that Russia has always been trying to protect itself. He mentioned that if other countries stop sending weapons and causing trouble, the war could end. He shared that he had tried to make peace before, but was stopped because some people benefit from the war. What does it all mean? This big conversation was a chance to see things from a different perspective. It made people think about why wars start, who benefits from them, and how talking and understanding each other might be the first steps to making peace.